Hey everyone, and welcome back to Timeless. We're going to switch up the decks a little bit today because I'm going to lose my mind if I play nothing but energy all weekend. I'm actually going to try out the Gruul deck. Not that I think this is necessarily a tier 1 deck, but I think a lot of people are playing fair decks today, and a lot of people are playing energy to try and out meta the metagame, so let's go ahead and see if we can win with Gruul. Alright, game 1, we're going to be on the play. What we got here? We got Fury. My opponent is presenting no companion, so I don't know if Fury's going to be good, so I think we're going to mulligan here. This hand also doesn't do anything. It plays a One Ring eventually, but eventually is not what we're going for here. We're going for now. This is a one lander that also doesn't function. I think we're going to throw this back too. This is a one lander that does function. I think what we could do is we could throw back these. Titan Sneak Attack is probably good enough to keep, so I think we throw back God Pharaohs and one of the Seeds of Hope. Seems fine to me. We're going to try to find more lands here. Another district, sure. Not the best land to hit if you want untapped lands at some point. We're going to go ahead and cast Seed first, and then we'll Surveil afterwards. Okay, well, we only get one choice here. We don't need the mana, so we can go ahead and Surveil here. God Pharaoh's Gift goes straight to the graveyard. Thank you. Stay down there. Next turn we can Rumble. Hopefully we hit something good. And then maybe the turn after we can sneak a Titan of Industry into play. Maybe the turn after we hit a Shifting Woodlands, and then we get to do the God Pharaoh's Gift silly thing. My opponent might or might not be playing Show and Tell on this fine day. Not the best opponent to go against when we're playing Google Gaming. But maybe we could still beat him. DT, yeah! Our days are numbered. We do have Titan of Industry, though, so we can blow up Omniscience. I'm going to feel like a genius if we do it, by the way. Oh, we could play Fable instead of the Rumble? So let's think about it, guys. I think Rumble is a better play because we already have God Pharaoh's Gift in our graveyard, which means we just have to shift off of this to be able to shift very soon. Whereas if we play Fable, we're really not setting up the win right away. We do hit shift. We also throw a channel in our bin. And the unfortunate part is we don't have a creature in the bin, but we have a Faithless Looting here to hopefully get there in the near future. We'll play Stomping Ground tapped. And we'll pass the turn. Could have also played Stomping Ground untapped, actually, so that we could show in a sneak attack and then sneak the Titan of Industry. No, that doesn't make sense. I'd rather just play the Titan. Yo, watch this, guys. We're going to win. Don't have Born. Don't have Born. Don't have Born. Just don't have Born, bro. Please, bro. Just don't have Born, bro. Please, bro. Just don't have it. Hey! Veil Serpent, it's fine. Alright, we win. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Alright. Oh, shit! Alright. Against Show and Tell Gaming. Stonebrains, Flutes, Wobbles. I think we cut some of our targets. What I cut last time, and cut a cash grab as well. I think this is the sideboarding I ran previously against Show and Tell. I can't quite remember. Don't want to cut too many sneak attack targets because then we're not going to be able to hit them reliably at all. We do want all of this heat to come in. We could also think about bringing in the Force of Vigor. Just another way to blow up Omni. Also think about bringing in the Surgical, but we don't have a way to discard or mill them, so that's not too needed. Kind of want these forces, but these forces are also just kind of for Blood Moon decks. I think, one force? Oh, you know what I wanted to start doing actually? I was thinking last time I played this deck. I want to play less One Rings when we're against Show and Tell. Because we don't want the games to really go long. So we'll cut 2 One Rings for 2 forces. Alright, what we got here? We have a non-functional mana, sadly. We do get the really cool ramp, but it's non-functional. We're gonna have to send it back. Ugh. And a no-lander. Alright, here we can attempt to Stonebring their win condition. Perhaps a turn too slow, but it's the best thing that we have right now. Alright, no green card for force, unfortunately. Maybe I could scry once at the top if I'm a good boy. Alright, assemble the team. The team is being assembled as we speak. Alright, GPG in the graveyard, you bet it. Oh, forest pitching forest. Alright, so as long as they don't have a Born Upon a Wind hand, I think we might be okay. Let's see, guys. Also, unless like they hit their own forest, I don't think that this Stonebrain is gonna get stopped. Okay, I'm gonna name Show and Tell here because my current hand actually kind of does lose to an Atraxa, I think. Let's name Show and Tell. They can technically cast a 10-mana Omniscience eventually. Oh, yeah, they would have been able to show an Atraxa if I named Omni. Alright, good call. So now their deck's not going to do much. And if they do sneak an Omni into play somehow, we can't force it. And most Show and Tell lists do not have a way to hardcast Atraxa, so this is kind of just rotting in their hand. You know, we could play our Fable and take like 10 years to actually win the game. Of course, we put useless cards in our graveyard. Ooh, Rumble. So we can Rumble to try to hit Woodland and win soon, or we could Fable first. I think we'll Rumble first, because we didn't hit our land drop here. Also, if we Rumble into any land drop, we could just play Fable. Yeah, so hit the Woodland here. Woodland is online. We just need to put a creature into our bin, which we can do with Fable. And then next turn, we can start God Pharaoh gifting. And Born Upon a Wind, you got it. Alright, let's go ahead, draw discard here. Ooh, Titan. If I Rumble and hit a land, I will have enough mana to... I will have enough mana to still activate my Shift, but I think we're gonna just play it safe here. No need to go crazy when we're against a Show and Tell deck that's kind of misfiring. Oh, they're gonna blow up my thing? Yeah. Oh, we saw that Frozen Grip, didn't we, guys? Yeah, I totally brain farted there. That's my fault. Yeah, I saw that Frozen Grip, in fact. I should have known about that. I should have just cast Rumble that turn. But we might just kill them with the Goblin Shaman beats. We're gonna get another Grip, maybe? Dig through time. Frozen Grip might be defensible, because I could always just hit another Woodland. Or you can always grip Kiki Jiki over here. Okay, assemble the team, you got it. Yeah. Alright, let's see it. Alright, exile and return. We'll be attacking with my boy over here. We'll be rumbling as well. Ooh, Ulamog. I mean, we could put one Ulamog into our hand, one into the bin. Then we play Fallout Fable here. I guess I'd rather have the colored mana. And my opponent might die to good old Goblin Shaman beats. Surgical, my Woodland. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. They're still dying to Goblin Shaman beats, so I don't mind it. Alright, so we know we won't hit a Woodland, but hey, oh wait, they missed a Woodland. The one in my graveyard. Doesn't really matter, I don't have a way to recur it. So if we naturally draw God Pharaohs, we can of course cast it for 7 mana with all these treasure goblins in play. We're actually not that far off of that, believe it or not. Draw Sneak Attack. It's of course an amazing draw as well. We got only a 2 in exile and a 3 in exile here, so sneaking in Ulamog wouldn't have enough Annihilator, but it would kill them because they're at 8. My opponent's not close to Omniscience mana. They are close to Atraxa mana if they do indeed have a white source somewhere in their deck. Like, they could DT for the white source right now. They could also DT for Fae of Wishes. Fae of Wishes look into the sideboard. Sideboard gets some goofy-ass card. I don't know if they have a out there. They could. Alright. So draw a discard here. Let's get rid of that. We might draw our sneak here. Be awesome. Oh, we did, but we didn't hit the mana for it. Dang. Oh well. I guess we could Seed of Hope into a Soul Land. No, that really wouldn't work. I mean, let's just get on the Goblin Beats, guys. We don't need to overcomplicate things, do we? Goblin Beats, my opponent goes to 2. Take a bunch of treasures. Could sneak after the fact. And my opponent is at 2. They die to a Stiff Breeze. They die to anything that I could sneak into play. I have Force of Vigor in my hand. I don't envision losing, but they're going to try to put an Omniscience into play here. I mean, hey, there's your Omniscience. And they will put Atraxa into play. So in response to this, I will Force Pitch Force. So that does hit play, and they do put a bunch of cards into their hand, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. We're going to be able to sneak in this big Ulamog coming up. They even hit. Nothing that they can cast for the 1 mana that they have. I mean, they have a Brainstorm or a Dark Ritual that they can cast, but by themselves, those cards do not lead anywhere. They'd have to untap again. Oh, what's funny is that they could go for another Omniscience next turn. Absolutely could. But a Ulamog would keep them off of it with a bit of Annihilation. Okay. My turn? Oh, hey, another Ulamog. I'm gonna Seed of Hope just in case I hit something else. If we hit like an Inferno Titan, we can just kill them lethally. Oh, Vexing Babel is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and activate an ability here. Drop in an Ulamog. And then we're going to go ahead and attack with everything. They have to chump block the Ulamog. It's going to be too much damage if they let it through. So we're free to attack with all of our other goblins. Opponent has to sacrifice a bunch of their lands. So it's going to be unlikely that they can just hard cast an Omniscience again when they go back down to just 3. I have this other Ulamog to finish them off next turn too. I think it's looking good. There's an argument maybe to keep this Kiki back so that I could do like the Kiki copy Kiki thing, but I think we killed him no matter what, especially with this bauble hitting the battlefield. Alright, awesome. Alright, big win against Show and Tell Game 1. That is a very unfavored matchup in my opinion, so it's good to get it out of the way. Alright, Game 2, we are going to be on the play with Gruul Shift. This is it's a turn 2 Fable hand. It's not the best hand that I've ever seen, but we're going to go ahead and keep it. We can imprint God Pharaohs onto the Labyrinth. Get this busted card out pretty early. If there's one thing this deck has convinced me, it's that soul lands like Ancient Tomb are very, very good and would like certainly have a huge impact on Timeless if they were to come to the format. They'd straight up be format warping, in my opinion. Just being able to play cards like Fable and the Mirror Breaker ahead of curve sometimes in this deck is incredibly, incredibly strong. Looks like we got a fair mid-range pile gamer over here. All right, One Ring? We're going to get a One Ring on turn 3 to follow it up, right? So let's go ahead and keep that. This is actually just a wild curve. Turn 2 Fable into turn 3 Ring. We do have the Shaman in play that's kind of hating on our graveyard strategy. But what's really cool is that Shaman cannot exile God Pharaoh's Gift. It can only exile creatures from the graveyard. They also might just be Rakdos Scam, in which case, you know, they're not going to have a green source in play to exile creatures anyway. It's their own Fable on turn 2. Very nice. Local man spends 5 minutes explaining why Ugin's Labyrinth is busted because he gets a turn 2 Fable. His opponent then just gets the same turn 2 Fable. 2 for 1 yourself? I'll take it, dude. I'm just going to cast a One Ring. I do not care about that little goblin token. You thought I cared? Did not. Okay. The sneak attack's actually very valuable for me. I actually really do like having this sneak attack in hand. Do I decline? That's insanity if I decline, right? No, I think we just play ring this turn and we play sneak next turn. Fine. Shift. Yeah, we put mountain first to not give away that we are 100% a shift deck. And just get drawing some cards. So hopefully we can maybe high roll, draw an Ulamog, but if not, we are just going to be able to sneak out a Inferno Titan, which is still very, very strong. All right, it's time to sneak. They could have a Bowmasters here, so, you know, if they do, I got some secret tech here. Let's play our shift, play the sneak. If a Bowmasters is presented in response to me drawing a card, my own Inferno Titan will hit the battlefield and kill it. All right. And Inferno Titan's just gonna hit the battlefield anyway. So let's go ahead and do 3 damage like this. Wish that I had the ability to Kiki copy this, right? It's okay, we could draw more cards to work towards Kiki copying. We could also return this God Pharaoh's gift to our own hand eventually. My opponent will be gaining a little bit of life. Understandable. And hit you. Oh, I need to do 1 damage to them as well. Alright, missed 1 point of damage, but it's okay. I think we're pretty stupidly far ahead right now. Alright, bolt my Kiki, that's fine. Don't mind. Oh, another Titan, that's cool. So we'll sneak that in response in case Bowmaster hits the battlefield. Hey, what you got there? Why are you fetching? 8. No interacting. Alright, that's what I thought. Oh, wow. No hits. Nothing. That's not a hit either. Right, I think we're just going to play this Titan and smack him, though. I don't want them to untap with this Kiki, so let's do this. This sends them to exactly 1. Or exactly 2. Okay, my opponent will give up. There's not much hope in the world after that. So they got Inferno Titaned, as they say. So against this deck, it's just Rakdos. I definitely, it's not Rakdos Luris, right? No, it's Rakdos Scam. Do we want Brotherhood's End? Deal 3 to everything? It's probably some good reasons to put Brotherhood's End, right? Maybe we take out Channel when we're on the draw, because they could be beating us down, and then we play something like this. I don't think we need to play Veil of Summer. This is more for control. Probably play the 1 Surgical if they're gonna, like, truly be scamming us, right? Play the 1 Surgical, drop a Cash Grab, run it back like this. Alright. Opponent going first. Do we keep this one? This is a little goofy to keep. It is a nice, like, Fury Insurance hand, but I don't love it. There's better hands that we can have. Probably... God Pharaoh's Gift is mana acceleration, so let's go ahead and keep it. We keep a hand looking like this. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and play top land here. Next turn, play Woodland, Brumble. Turn after, we Labyrinth, imprinting God Pharaohs if needed. Okay, we are going to be getting griefed, ladies and gentlemen. Good grief. Alright, they only got one discard and they used it on God Pharaohs, so we're going to go ahead and play Mountain. No, let's save information. We'll play Shift. Rumble. I was thinking play Mountain for the board wipe, but we just play Mountain next turn in that case. So maybe it was better to play Mountain over Shift if we hit like exactly Sneak Attack and Assault Land. Alright, we do hit Ulamog. That's awesome. We also take a One Ring to draw a shitload of cards. Yeah, actually, let's take the One Ring to draw a shitload of cards, put the Ulamog in our graveyard. We do have Delirium here, by the way. But, of course, my opponent can have a Surgical or literally any card that interacts with my graveyard. And I'm not doing good. Well, not literally any. If it's a Deathrite Shaman, it's a little too slow. Ah, my opponent loses. Cool. Oh, no. I see a pause. There could be Surgical. Very much could be a Surgical going on here. Oh, you're getting priority too much, man. I don't believe that you have nothing. I kind of just want to cast a ring. How stupid am I, / crazy, if I just cast a ring? Just gonna cast a ring. I'm pretty sure they have something. They didn't quite get priority there. Priority passed kind of weirdly. Maybe they held full control for half a second and faked me out. But we could just go this turn. However, my opponent now gets 3 more draws to hit their Surgical Extraction here. And I'm going to feel pretty stupid if they do. If they don't, we win. Simple as. And even if they have it, then we just get drawing more cards with the ring, and we try to just rebuild and do it again later. Alright, let's start by drawing. Bowmasters? Yeah. Alright, that's an extra God Pharaohs. So we could board wipe here, or what we could do is just go for it. Okay. You have your Surgical? Nope, they didn't. Okay, they faked me out. Because when it got to my turn, the turn I played the ring, they didn't get the stop the same way they should have if they had Surgical. Right, and then I attack with Annihilator 10. Please sacrifice everything. Thank you. We're just chilling with a 14-14 in play, and that is a 2-0 against Rakdos Scam. All right, match 3. We have a 1-lander, but we have 2 different like 1-mana filters, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this. And hopefully this hand goes somewhere fun. When it rolls the 6. No companion plus Bloodstained Mire. Alright. Just gonna go to your end step. I might surveil on your end step. I might Seed of Hope. I'm thinking about it. Oftentimes with this deck, I love to take my time and just surveil if my opponent isn't putting too much pressure on me. Well, let's go ahead and surveil here. My opponent doesn't seem to be putting pressure on. I don't think this is a show and tell deck. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm being silly here and I need to be turboing. Gotta put Fable away. We want to hit our land drops here. go ahead and grab both colors just in case we need them. And then let's rumble. Ooh, rumble didn't find a land here, but we can fluting to find a land instead. Let's go ahead and take the sneak attack and put it into our hand, even though we're not quite there. And we will pass. If we draw a soul land, we actually win next turn. Which is funny. Oh, never mind. Oh no, Faithless Looting against Bowmasters. This is the end. Alright, so we're going to Soul-type Midrange, maybe it's mono black with a light green splash for death rate. Yep, and that is what it appears to be. I will probably Fury down their board with those two cards in play. I think I'll Seed of Hope first, then it's probably Fury, pitch Sneak Attack, then do Looting. I don't want to pitch Sneak Attack, so I hope I hit like another red card with Seed here. We don't, but we hit Shift, so since we hit Shift, I think we're going to be very happy to clear their graveyard hate. Alright, remember, our opponent could always have main deck reanimate like a psycho and reanimate our own Ulamog. Oh, I've lost to main deck reanimate a couple times when playing this deck. Let's go ahead and loot. We're gonna put guess what into the bin. And we'll take a Surveil for our next draw step. I guess drawing Fable is fine. Not that it really matters, it's just whether or not my opponent can interact with my graveyard meaningfully here. If my opponent reanimates my Ulamog, I'm gonna be a little mad about it. Well, actually, I have two, so I would just haste up the second one. Alright, let's send it. God, Pharaoh's Gift. Ulamog. Alright, goodbye, opponent. If you have a Shieldred's Edict, I'm going to be a little mad about it, but we could just go again next turn in that case. You can't Fatal Push it. It has a mana value. It's not a token. Alright, Annihilator 10. Goodbye. Alright. Alright. What are we doing against Mono Black Gaming? This is a, like, one-ring deck, so I probably want Healarmite for it. This is also, like, a Reanimate deck, so we also might want Search. Honestly, I feel like just keep it simple, stupid is a pretty good practice here. We just keep our deck configuration more or less the same. I don't think this is a particularly strong deck that we're up against. I think we line up very well. So let's just try to do our thing. Oh, channel hand, channel alert. Channel alert. I mean, yeah, we're going to do it. I think I'm going to Shock and Stomping Ground and Seed of Hope as well to just try to find one more payoff. Alright, Shock and Stomping Ground, your turn. If my channel gets slot seized, I'm going to be a very sad boy right here. Otherwise, this is a channel alert. We're going to slam a God Pharaoh's Gift with no creature in our graveyard, probably. Maybe we're going to have a ring at minimum, right? So, can't complain. Okay. Deathrite's going into the red zone. So, ideal case, this mills an Ulamog or something. It doesn't quite do that. Guess we'll take that. Right. I think I still want to just, like, do this, though. Take my turn. Get all this nonsense into play. I am kind of low on life total, though, so we're going to have to be careful here. I do need to find a way to put a creature into my graveyard somehow. Opponent can, like, Deathrite Shaman me to almost kill me. Oh, risky business coming through here, not gonna lie. Especially if they have a Bowmaster, it's very risky business. Maybe I was just supposed to channel One Ring? instead of channel God Pharaohs and Wondering. Give myself an extra 7 life to work with. Alright, we are getting briefed, unfortunately, for my opponent. I call an ambulance, but not for me. Alright, this is also turning sideways for some reason. I think my opponent's a little tilted. Alright, there is our Inferno Titan that I will be discarding to hand size. Actually, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and discard Ulamog to hand size. I know I said Inferno Titan at first, but discard that to hand size. Green source needs to show up for my opponent for them to be able to exile it successfully. Alright, that is a 1 ring, getting them protection from everything, but they don't have protection from Annihilator in this case. At least I hope they don't. I hope I understand the magic rules, guys. Really do. Let's go to combat here. You come back. Alright. All your stuff goes away. And then... yeah, I can exile my own 1 ring with Haywire Might, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I could just play another ring. That is much better. Play another ring. I have 8 cards in hand, so yeah, it's fine. We can just discard Inferno Titan. And then between Inferno Titan and Ulamog, we will get a kill next turn. Alright, and it looks like Frank does not have respect for other people's time and decided to rope us out. So let's get him out of here. Please sacrifice all your permanents, Frank. There's an Annihilator 10 trigger on the stack. Alright, I think that makes us 3-0 so far in the challenge. This is looking good for Gruul. Alright, game 4. We're going to be up against Boss Pinball, Jegantha. Jegantha to me implies really good matchup because it's almost always a slow creature deck. Here we have a hand that will have 3 mana on turn 2 with Godfair's Gift going under the Labyrinth, Malevolent Rumble to find our combo pieces. This seems pretty good to me. What exactly this hand ends up doing, I'm not sure. Ooh, Lamog. Alright. Go ahead and start off with the Bosiju. Don't need to show them the Labyrinth and the God Pharaohs yet to clue them into what we're doing. Alright, it looks like Jegantha energy. And a Goblin Bombardment with no creatures. Alright. So let's go ahead and Ugin's Labyrinth. Stick the extra God Pharaoh's Gift under it. And let's get rumbling. Woodland? Yeah, you got it. Instants and sorceries only in the graveyard so far. Alright. Next turn we could stick Sneak Attack. Unfortunately, we can't stick and activate it because we don't have multiple red sources. If I draw a red source, I may feel like a big done stupid, because then if I played red source instead of Ugin's Labyrinth, then I would have been able to do it. It's maybe something I could have been thinking about. My opponent here does have the nut draw involving a Johnny and Goblin Bombardment, though. So they will go ahead and ping my O1. I will rebel against this. To battle! Alright, what are we doing here, Johnny? Just 1 damage? That is manageable. Very manageable. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and play Sneak Attack here off of this extra mana off of Labyrinth. Labyrinth, good card. Energy does have main deck answers to this. They could Static Prison this, but I think it gives us the best possible chance to win to do this. If this doesn't work, then what we could do is we can Faithless Looting, discard both of these, play the extra Woodland. We have enough mana to win that way next turn. So actually, I think we win no matter what next turn. Because either we get to shift, or we get to sneak. Shifting is better, honestly. Oh, another Johnny? Yeah, it's going to be a lot of damage. And a lot of permanence, for what it's worth. Oh, so we might as well do both. Now that we have this sneak in play, I think we can sneak Ulamog first. Oh my, another one? Yeah, let's sneak it first. And then we can... Oh, we only have one looting, though. Yeah, I think it's fine. Sneak my boy in. We have two, right? We're just going to sneak Ulamog twice in a row. We don't need to get crazy with, like, figuring out the lines here. They have 8 permanents in play, and I only have Annihilator 7, quote-unquote, only. They could also have a Swords to Plowshares here, in which case they could sacrifice 2 cats and move on with their life. I would gain 14 life, though, so I think I'd be able to win the next turn. All right. Take out Channel against Energy just because our back is going to be against the wall all game. And we're just going to make some room for Brotherhood's End. And that's it for Energy sideboarding. Okay, let's keep this. Yeah, this is not an amazing hand, but it's a hand that just filters itself eventually to a win, one would hope. If not, we can always lean on the ring. If my opponent has a very explosive start, then not too much we're going to be able to do other than dig for Furies. That is a cool Ulamog. We can Seed of Hope on their end step, probably. Hopefully we can use our Seeds and our Rumbles to put together, you know, something resembling a Fury. Something that can wipe their board. Opponent's going to get their life gain triggers and everything here. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and Seed of Hope here on your end step. I will get the red source just in case we draw our Brotherhood's End. Oh no, Brotherhood's End! I was supposed to draw you! That's okay. We might want to Seed of Hope again. We might want to Rumble. I think it's mana efficient right now to Rumble, so let's go ahead and do that. Might as well imprint this Ulamog so we can ring next turn. Oh, sneak attack. Oh. Ooh. Gimme. So next turn we can jam sneak. And if this doesn't get interacted with, we can activate it. Now, our payoff is under the labyrinth, so we'd have to rip another creature off the top in order to do that. So I'm probably just going to end up playing the One Ring here. Yeah. No blocks. You deal 3 damage to me. Right. Let's get ringing here. Play just a basic mountain, just in case I do draw something that requires a bunch of red. We have 2 red cards in our hand. Let's play One Ring here. There's also an argument to sacrifice this spawn, so I can also like Seed of Hope or looting alongside this, but might as well just save the mana for next turn. Another sneak, sure. I would love to just draw another Gulag. That would be the perfect draw, because then we could just slam our sneak it in, we win. Not, we're not quite hoping to draw Woodland yet. I mean, we're close to Woodland working. We could get this Ulamog back from exile, then Faithless Looting, discard it. We're just a little off of that. A little off of being able to do that next turn in terms of mana. Nixilis coming through. You're life loss, right? Yeah, so this goes through ring. Pressure is being put on. Alright, the devil has been made, the life has been gained, the trigger has been had. I think I actually like can discard here. Goodbye, sneak attack. Don't need you.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay, good news is my opponent does not have Bowmaster's mana. That's big. They grow their guide. They're growing it out of Brotherhood's end range, notably. I get another Ob token. Oh, I always forget about that. That's nasty, dude.
Finally, a new conquest.
Oh, there's your shift. Okay. Let's draw some cards before we fully make our decisions here. Okay, we can Fury their board. Fury hits Planeswalkers, right? Yeah, so we can just take out all the Obs. Take out all the obs, and then what we would do is return this to our hand, discard it to graveyard with looting. The thing is, we just don't have enough mana to do it all this turn. We're 1 mana short. Oh, we can also sneak attack Fury into play, I just remembered. Oh, so yeah, if we're 1 mana short, then we could do it. No, but sneaking Fury isn't really going to make too much of a difference, is it? Nah. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to shift. We are going to return the exiled card to its owner's hand. We're going to loot. I'm going to do this before Furying, just in case I draw something that's relevant. And then let's go ahead and I guess we seed as well. We're just 1 mana short of being able to do it right now, unfortunately. Keep an extra GPG in there. I mean, we'll take a GPG to hand, I guess. Maybe I can hardcast it. A little silly. Also could imprint it to Labyrinth. And then we're just going to take out the obs, I think. Right? That's correct. 2 damage each. This also represents a fair bit of damage. Nah, I just think it's really funny to kill 3 planeswalkers with 1 Fury. Alright, and let's see if our opponent can kill us, right? Either they have the ability to do it, or I shift them. Is that simple. So can they do 13 damage here? I don't know if they can. Thought sees me? That does not matter. I'm going to win from my graveyard. Happy as long as they're not adding more creatures to the board state to do more damage to me and potentially win. Yeah. Alright, I think I blocked my little Eldrazi here, just to save as much life as possible. Just in case they have Bowmasters, random burn, whatever. So we go to 3 here. We do die to Bolt on our upkeep, which would be a little frustrating after all that. No! Okay, we died to Bombardment after all that. Alright, let's go to game 3. Same stuff, right? They're not going to be playing Blood Moon, so I don't think I want Force. We don't want Force for Bombardment, to be honest. Yeah, let's run it back like this. We were really close to that game. Let's see if we can get it this time. Hey, on the play. Oh, Brotherhood's End. Alright, that's good. Seeing a sideboard card. I think that's good enough for me. I want to keep this, and even if they like Thoughtseize my Brotherhood's End, we could just like loop One Rings. Go 1 ring into 1 ring, and surely that'll buy me enough time to win the game. And I'll just hit all my land drops naturally. We don't need to screw around this game. Nice and safe here. Alright, Guide of Souls, you've got it. In with a Seed of Hope. And I will take a Redundant Woodland. I can actually just take Commercial District and just play it. We don't want Fluting, not right away, so we'll put that in the bin. Next turn, I think we're Brotherhood's Ending no matter what. If they play 0 other creatures, I won't do it. I'm expecting them to play something, anything. Another Guide, a Pride. Okay. Yeah, you could Thoughtseize me instead, that's fine. Take my Brotherhoods, that's fine. I think I will fire off this looting then. Oh, Fable, even better. We'll save this Faithless Looting for when we're ready to get a win condition into our graveyard if needed, and we'll just get ready to loop some One Rings. Ocelot Pride, yeah, coming through. Camp Raptor, you bet it. And a Thoughtseize, ugh. So they take one of our rings, at least we get to keep the other. It's tough, and they get to fly in Guide of Souls for extra damage, so this game is now in hard mode. All right, Rumble, that's sweet. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we need to make sure that we actually have a land for ring purposes. Oh, there's Ulamog. Getting there. Let's go ahead and grab a basic. One ring, draw some cards. Okay, at least we're still sitting comfy at 17, but that can all change pretty quick when you're up against Mardu. Alright, Nixilis coming through.
Families call me their adversary.
They're gonna have City's Blessing to do this silly thing. Oh my god. Alright, this is where I get roasted by YouTube comments for saying Ob is bad and not worth including in energy. Alright, blocks, we have ring protection.
I'm gonna remake this town in my image.
Alright, start by drawing. And then we rumble here. Rumble me. Yuri, that's big. But I don't have mana to cast you. I don't. Unless I don't have a red card. I could find one. There's also a sneak. Big Fury. I do not have mana to cast you. If I kept double red up, I would have. Alright. But I wanted to be able to shift in case we hit the perfect cards. I will take that one ring. But I really, really, really do want to find another red card for this Fury. Oh, wait, I had One Ring mana! I punted! I could have played One Ring again. Ah, my bad. Yeah, I totally punted that. But I'll take this Fable. Am I once again gonna kill all the Obs? Nothing else, really? I think we can kill the cat, that, and then 2 of the Obs. 1 damage each. Good old 4 for 1, you know?
Wipe that smug look off your face.
Just a casual little 4 for 1 in the timeless format. You know, nothing crazy. But yeah, I think I punted there. Yeah, I would have had the mana to ring. It would have been much safer if I just ringed again. I just had to play Ugin's Labyrinth instead of getting a basic out of my deck. I think we're still okay, because my opponent can't do 15 to us. Really, they only need to do 13 because of the One Ring. Marionette, that is a sweet card. Oh, that is a very sweet card for the purposes of Ulamog Annihilator 10ing them. I need that to die. Badly. Because I might die here. Question, do I discard an Ulamog? I don't think so. I'm going to discard the lab, though.
Pleasure doing.
I need to conserve my life total, because it might come down to being very close. Marionette is sweet. Oh, bombardment. Am I dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm dead, guys. If my opponent realizes and goes all in, I'm dead. Yep, and they have us dead if they sack the whole board with Marionette Apprentice in play, so GG's. Was fun. Unfortunately, we did lose a close matchup. I think I'm going to pull up the video really quick for that last turn. I think we screwed up. All right, I looked back at the video. So what I was upset with myself about is that I had the opportunity to play another One Ring and loop rings. Right here, you see how I played Wooded Foothills? I could have played this Ugin's Labyrinth in my hand. Imprinted Ulamog, I would have had 4 mana, including the spawn, and then I would have had another One Ring. In that case, then I don't get to Fury, so I mean, I have these Obs pressuring me, and my opponent had Goblin Bombardment plus Marionette Apprentice in hand, so they could have just killed me on my next upkeep before I could have gotten a chance to do anything. So I don't think we had a way to win the game this turn. It was a really interesting turn where we got to see sneak attack, we got to see a bunch of things, but we unfortunately didn't quite get there. But it was fun. Fun 3-1. Fun enough to post at least, and I will keep trying tomorrow. See if we could do better with a different deck or with the same deck.